AC, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. How does it feel to be back for pre-season?
Yeah, it's good. We've been back in. This is start of week 3, so or end of week 3 actually. Sorry, with it being Thursday. But no, it's been nice to be back. It feels like the break is always really short. To be honest with you, seems to be like it gets shorter every summer. But obviously, when the league season starts on the 26th of July, you've got to make sure you're back in. I like to have 6 weeks for pre-season, so yeah, we're coming towards sort of the halfway point, and yeah, no, it's nice to be back.
Fresh faces and some returning players as well.
Yeah, I think we invited everyone back from the squad last year. A couple have gone on to a few trials at Step 4 sides, which is good. Everyone else has pretty much come back. There's a couple that haven't decided that they don't want to play or want to play elsewhere. Yeah, we've got a few. We've looked at quite a few players so far. We've had some targeted players that we wanted to bring in, and we've been quite pleased with how the recruitment's gone. So no, it's looking positive at the moment.
What are the key areas we're looking to strengthen this season?
I think to be honest, I think we needed to add a bit of experience to the squad. Obviously, last year we was a very young side, and then like obviously the way that it started under Reece, that they were literally like an under 23 side. So we added a bit of experience to that throughout the season when we came back in. But I think that's something we need some established players at this level, and I feel like we've added that with some of the names that we've got and that we'll be announcing soon. So that was kind of an overall what I felt we needed. But centre halves is an area we're looking to strengthen at the moment. We've had Callum Taylor's had an operation on his ankle, so he's going to be out for a little while. Cam Smart's decided not to play football this year, so we've lost our sort of like first 2 choice centre halves. Joe's come back, Mikel's come back, and there's a couple of new faces as well. So that's looking positive. I think probably looking at how we are the top end of the pitch on the amount of chances that we create and don't take. So that was an area I wanted to look at strengthening. We've kind of done that internally with Lewis. I think he's obviously come back in unbelievable shape. So we've got high hopes for him this season. And obviously Wile's back again as well. So I think he'll be a bit disappointed with how his goal return last year. So he's looked really sharp actually, to be fair to him, pre-season. So that could be positive, and then it's just about the quality around those two where we've strengthened. Obviously with Malachi coming back and a couple of new additions as well. So yeah, it's good. It's
good to have these big characters around the place as well, isn't it?
Look, one of the best things you can have in non-league football is a good dressing room, and that helps with characters, as you say. So they're important to the squad. They've got to be the right character. That's something that I'm keen to make sure players that do come in integrate and buy into what we're trying to do here. And that is mainly number one, is get a decent dressing room where players want to work for each other and they're in it together. So that's really important, as you say, and there certainly are a few characters about.
What are your expectations for this season?
I mean, look, the last couple of years we've seen steady progress. We've obviously had the Vars run, which was great 2 seasons ago. We finished 16th that season. We finished 13th last season, so that's good progression for us. Attendances were up, that's good. I know they were still one of the lowest in the league, but the fact they were up is good. So really to kind of build on that, I think for me we've got to League Cup quarterfinals. Like, it'd be nice to go a bit further in cup competitions, so we'll be taking those very seriously. And if you actually look at the points total, we ended up 2 points off of 7th, so it's unfortunate we couldn't get that last win or a win from somewhere to actually finish 7th, because that would have just looked really good on paper basically. So for me, the key thing is progression. Let's try and improve again on what we've done this year. I think it's going to be a very competitive league again. I think there's probably a couple of teams that will stand out maybe at the top, but then I think there'll be a lot of teams that will probably be thinking that playoffs is a realistic target. For us, I think if I was to put something a bit more detailed, I'd be looking for maybe like a top 10 finish. I think that would be good for us. again, as I say, that's steady progression. So yeah, let's see if we can achieve some of that. We showed at times last year that we could compete with the best teams in the league. So building that consistency in will be the key for us. If we can do that, then we'll see where we end up.
We're going in on Saturday to a friendly match with Ith Town. What's the aim in these sorts of games? Is the result important?
I don't necessarily like the
fucking non-league gaffer.
I don't. Sorry, I forgot what the question was.
We're playing Ith Town.
That's
on,
it. Sorry,
is
yeah.
the result important?
Yeah. So results for me, no. At the moment. I think it's good to get like minutes in players' legs. Obviously, when you're adding new players to the squad as well, you want the players to integrate as quickly as possible, and games help that 100%. So I think Duffy, who you just met there, is keen to emphasise winning is important, and it becomes a habit, which I do like. But for me, we could lose every pre-season game. What matters will be July the 26th when we turn up and need to get a result then. Yeah. So look, winning is nice, and I obviously don't go into the games trying to deliberately lose. But the key things for me are fitness, asking the boys to play a certain way, can they follow that instruction, and then hopefully the result will follow. But yeah, I think the boys just love playing games as well, to be honest with you, rather than obviously the amount of training and graft that they're putting at the moment. So that's also important, just to give them a little break from that throughout pre-season.
And a bit of a fun one to finish on. Any preference to who we get up first in the league?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I'm trying to think what would be good. We probably won't get like a derby of any sort, because they normally put them around, obviously, like bank holidays and that.
Yeah.
But I think, without being disrespectful to any teams, it would be nice to start with a win. So probably like to avoid some of the bigger teams in the league. And I think a home game would be nice to start as well. Start the season in familiar surroundings, and hopefully kickstart everything with 3 points.
Brilliant. Well, we're going to look forward to it. Cheers for your time, AC.
Cheers, Nick.